haven't used Gilded Tarot in a while, so I wanted to bust it out today and see what messages it has or what guidance it has for this month. Hey guys, it's Francisca and welcome to your monthly guidance reading. So it is already June, we're halfway through the year, and I realized the other day that I hadn't used my original tarot deck. So for those of you who have been following me for a while or have gotten readings from me, when I first started doing readings for people I didn't know, you'll know that I used my Gilded Tarot deck. It's the first deck that I owned, and it's also the deck that survived all other decks. So right now I have two decks intact, and those two decks are the Gilded Tarot and the Lightseers deck. But I haven't used Gilded Tarot in a while, so I wanted to bust it out today and see what messages it has or what guidance it has for this month. So as usual, I am using 3 different crystals or stones for each of the readings, and also some stones I haven't used in a while too. So I am using Blue Chalcedony for the first reading. This is really great for the throat chakra, really great for communication, the kind of communication that you have to sit and think about for a while, the kind of communication where you kind of want to be calm about it and it calms you down. So if you've had like an argument with somebody or something's going on in your life and you really have something that you need to express, but you want to say it in a way that you're not going to be hasty about your words and you really want to think about your words and really get into like a reverent communication, then the Blue Chalcedony is going to be a great stone for you. This is an amazing stone that was actually given to me by my amazing therapist. And then the second stone that I have is the white calcite stone. So for our second reading, I'm using white calcite. So white calcite is a really great stone for all the auric field, to clear all of that out. So maybe after a Reiki session, you can like sit with the stone and meditate with it. It's really great for like calming. It really helps to like kind of release your limiting beliefs or your negative patterns, old patterns that you've had, again, in the auric field. So really great stone for meditation and growth and new beginnings. Really beautiful stone for that. And then the last stone that I'm going to be using for our third reading is going to be the red tiger eye. So red tiger eye is really great for motivation. It really helps for confidence, self-esteem, passion. It's a really stimulating stone. It's really great for the sacral chakra. But the earthy colors too help, and the red color too helps for the root chakra, but it's mostly for sacral chakra activation. So if you're like feeling really lethargic or feeling unmotivated, this is a really great stone to use with meditation and, maybe place it on the sacral chakra area. So let's get into the readings. If you want to, you can click on the timestamp in the description box below or in the comments, so that you can go to your reading if you want to just choose one reading. But if you want to go through all the readings, you can do that too. But I'm ready to get started. So let's go. Let's see what the month has in store for the Blue Chalcedony. Again, great for the throat chakra. Really great for calming and measuring your words. Really great for meditating and nurturing communication. So let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. I think I'm going to keep that one for the first one because it fell out. So I am doing current energy, your focus, and the guidance. So let's see. So that's current energy, focus, and guidance. All right. Oh, nice. Okay. So current energy for you is the card that kind of jumped out first, and that's the Fool. And the Fool's all about new beginnings, using your resources and kind of juggling what you've got and like taking a leap, going forward. And I think it's interesting that it was paired with the Blue Chalcedony stone, because the Blue Chalcedony stone is all about, measuring your words and, measuring things before you say them. And the Fool is not about that. The Fool is about, you know, taking chances and leaping into new beginnings. But the reason that I say I think it's interesting is because your focus is the Justice card. And Justice is about measuring the words and is about measuring both sides of things. And then for your guidance, it's a Seven of Pentacles. And Seven of Pentacles is watching harvesting what you've grown, like all the things that you've been growing, like you're harvesting them. So I think that this is a really interesting reading, and it really kind of goes with the stone. I just think it's funny how, like, I pick these stones and then the readings kind of are similar, or have a similar theme. So yeah, with all three of these together, it really feels like there is a new beginning. There is something new that might be going on for you, and there's this new venture that you might be wanting to take, but there's, you know, this weighing of things first. You know, you want to make sure that you've got all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed, and then the guidance is to watch it grow. So there is going to be some taking chances with this card, and you are really going to you know, think that there's a big leap that might have to happen, but you want to do that in a careful, slow way to where you're following your heart, but you're also matching with the logic, and you're kind of balancing the two. You're balancing what is to come, and you're also balancing like what you're going to reap out of it. So you're planting the seed. So you're in the beginning stage of this thing, and you're wanting to measure your actions and measure your words and maybe measure what you say. And really, like, there's something about measuring like how you do this next thing, how you proceed with this next thing, because it's really going to be something that is planting these financial seeds and planting these stability seeds, these seeds of stability, these seeds of things that, you know, that you need stability, you need money, you need to feel like you're grounded and rooted. But it starts off with this like fanciful, fun new adventure, and then, like I said, again, weighing out your pros and cons, but then also taking that leap, going with what your intuition tells you to go with, and then, you know, watching those seeds grow that you've planted. So that's a reading for the Blue Chalcedony. So the second reading, I am going to be using white calcite. Again, really great to clear the auric field, really great for limiting beliefs or releasing limiting beliefs, for growth, for optimism, and things like that. So let's see what the reading for June is for you. Again, I'm doing current energy, I'm doing focus, and then your guidance. So let's see what that looks like for you. Okay, so for you, we have, for the current energy, it's the Page of Cups. And Page of Cups is all about the heart, following the heart, and also paying attention to these little childish things that happen, like these childish beliefs. So the Page of Cups, you see this guy here with a cup, and he's all like, hey, what's up? But he's really not looking at you. He's looking away from you. If you can see, like, he's not really looking at you. He's so looking away from you. He's like, I brought this cup for you. And yeah. So it makes me feel like this, you know, this young, immature love, like this, you know, like, oh, everything is wonderful and everything is beautiful and you're so beautiful, but he's not really looking at you, like he's looking away from you. So it's this real like new beginning of like this new way of thinking of love, but it's really childish. And it's so funny because the next card, your focus, is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is like logical, but he's also balanced the logic with the emotion. So he's not all like just about words or just about thoughts and just about like the right thing to do and, you know, just like wielding his sword everywhere. You see, he's got a sword, but he's holding it down. So like he's holding down his thoughts. So your your current energy might be on this dude, but it's really gonna be this guy. And I think it's so funny because like it doesn't have to be about romance, although it could be. And there could be this this thing that happens in the romantic field, or your romantic life, where there's like this, you know, childlike stuff, and then, you know, you're like, yeah, I need to come back down to, you know, into my thoughts. And then the guidance for you is the Six of Cups. All about nostalgia, all about remembering your inner child, remembering to play. And so I think that this is an interesting balance here. So, you know, the guidance for you is to remember to play and remember your heart. Remember those things. And this may be a blast from the past too, but yeah, this is a really interesting reading. Again, these are, you know, like general readings, so wherever that fits in for your life. Yeah, so listen to your heart, but also remember that the logic, you know, fits in there, and balance the logic with the emotion, because the King of Swords definitely balances logic with emotion. And for the last reading, I'm using Red Tiger Eye, really great for the sacral chakra, really great for motivation and stimulation. Also really good for passion and confidence and self-esteem. So it's a really great stone for the sacral chakra. So let's see what current energy, focus, and guidance is for you this month. So current energy, focus, and guidance. So for you, I think it's interesting, again, these stones, like how they correlate with the reading. So there may be a period of resting after maybe feeling ill, maybe not feeling well. So Nine of Swords is definitely a card of recuperating, and coming back from like an illness, and coming back from something that maybe was a little bit of a heartbreak. Maybe something happened where you were not feeling yourself. Maybe there was something that happened that really hurt your heart. There may be some kind of betrayal that happened, or maybe there was a realization of sorts. And right now your current energy is on recuperating and bringing yourself back into the state that you know is like stable and grounded, because the guidance for you is the Nine of Pentacles. Again, going from this place of, you know, feeling really hurt and really betrayed, feeling like maybe you were stabbed in the back, or maybe even stabbed in the front. Maybe there was something that happened that, you know, was really just like heartbreaking. I mean, that's the word that comes to mind when you see this Three of Swords. And it's really something that, you know, didn't feel good. There's like some old stuff, or maybe some newer, like more fresh wounds. And I say fresh wounds just because of the Nine of Swords, really feeling like you've got to take this time to recuperate. But again, like all this, you know, stuff that happens that really hurts us, you know, stuff that happens that we really feel like sometimes we can't come back from. All those things really bring us to the point where we can stand strong and we can be steady in ourselves. The Queen of Pentacles has that pentacle, and she's holding it, and she's got that peacock next to her, and he's just like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want, because she's mastered some things in some grounded, stable places that she's come to realize herself. She's grounded and she's stable. And she doesn't really want for much, and it can be really like it can feel like a hard journey coming from this, going through the heartbreak, and this coming from this feeling of, you know, convalescence, feeling like you have to, you know, take care of yourself and nurture yourself. And there's an owl in that window. So whenever I pull this card, it's like you may feel right now like you are alone. You may feel like you are, you know, just down and out. But there's this owl that's there watching over you. The wisdom is inside of you. Our best healing comes from within. It comes from listening to our intuition, getting quiet, getting still. and sometimes we can't follow our intuition because we don't hear it. And we don't hear it because we don't get still long enough to hear it. Especially when you've been hurt, especially when you've had, something that really feels like you can't come back from. But the Queen of Pentacles is here to say you can come back from it. You can build this steady stability. You can build something that is just for you. She's standing there by herself. She doesn't have anybody else, any other humans helping her. But she is definitely there with her pentacle, proud and strong, and she's like, yeah, I don't need much else. I can have what I want, but I don't really need it. So it's really this inward journey that you're taking, and you're gonna have to use the strength of your passion. You're gonna have to use that strength of your resiliency. You're gonna have to use that strength of your motivation. Get up and go when you're ready to, but only after you've taken care of yourself, only after you've sat with yourself, and only after you have really listened to your soul, listen to your heart, listen to that inner wisdom, look to the owl, look to that wisdom that is within you, so that you can get to this place of nurturing, you can get to this place of stability, and you can get to this place of feeling grounded. There's different things that you can do to ground yourself. Some of those things are meditation. You can do body scans. You can do different yoga flows. Really look for those grounding meditations, those grounding yoga flows. Taking your feet off, your shoes off, taking your shoes off. Don't take your feet off. You need your feet. Taking your shoes off and maybe going out to a place where, you can put your feet in the sand, put your feet on the ground, on the grass, in nature, maybe at a park, maybe there's some trees, maybe there's somewhere you can go to just put your feet on the ground and just imagine pulling energy up from the earth, up through your root chakra, to your sacral chakra, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, through the crown and all the way out, just like a tree. It's a really great grounding exercise that I use when I'm feeling ungrounded, when I'm feeling like out of sorts. And so it's a really great grounding exercise, putting your feet in your toes in the sand, by some water, just really, being in nature, because really there is this grounded energy that can come from just being out in nature. And after you've taken care of yourself, find that space and find that motivation to bring yourself back out into the world, into this grounded, stable place. So those are your readings for June. I hope they resonated. And if they did, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. And if you want to hear more from me, be sure to sign up for my newsletter. The information is in the description box below. Till next time, bye.